Hi everyone, and welcome back to my hardcore collection series. I just want to say thank you for the love and support on the first video, and just start with a question. Do I need an intro for this account, or is it pretty self-explanatory? Hardcore collection is in the name, but just let me know if you think I need an intro for this series. Just a quick recap, I am a hardcore looking to get the gilded staff, and I'm going to do one collection log a day. I did have some things I wanted to go over in this video, such as clue scrolls and just the early Ironman game. I know some of it can be boring, so I'm trying to skip over what I can. How many times can you watch someone do Cook's Assistant on YouTube? The good news being I have already completed it, so don't stress there. So to throw back to episode 1, we got our first 10 collection logs, starting at 34, taking us to 44 collection logs. I'll just quickly go through them now. We got the calcified acorn from the worm agility course and the cow slippers from Brutus. The shark paint from Sailing and the ancient carcanet from Chemdozel. We got the log basket from Forestry and another item from Brutus, the bottomless milk bucket, which I stand by my previous comment as the most useless item in the game. We got the bottom of Scepter and the cape pouch. I mentioned I had no idea what the cape pouch did. For those who are curious enough to know, but not curious enough to look at the wiki, you can store your wood cutting cape in it. I guess it's a bit pointless considering you get a plus 10 boost anyway with Forestry. And other people around you, obviously. And we finished off with a tea flask and the rune satchel from Creature Creation. Both things I'll never use, but I still stand by the bottomless milk bucket being the worst item in the game. Just to recap on some of the items I wanted to get on this account, just so I wasn't a safe hardcore. Obviously these are quite a far away. I think the first one I will be going for will obviously be the Bofa. Once I do get to CG, I've got to get the SOAT requirements first. But everything else there, maybe the Revenant stuff, is a bit out of reach at the moment. I am starting this video at 44 collection logs, almost halfway to bronze. Bronze is only 100, so a nice and easy target to start with. I definitely did have some gear I wanted to get before the 100 collection logs, so I'll just quickly go over what my best in slot will look like by then. Starting with the face slot, the face guard. The requirements of this are a bit steep for the 100 collection log mark. I've got to get the Basilisk Jaw, which requires me to do the Fremenic Exiles. Just a long requirement, so I might end up just having the Helm by the end of this. It's half the strength bonus, but it does save a lot of grinding early on. On that topic, my next slot, the Amulet of Glory is probably my best for the first 100, but I'll end up sticking with the Amulet of Power, I think, just because of the crafting requirement. I am keen to see what this golem crafting is, and to see if I can avoid mining 100,000 sand. On my back, the fire cape is obviously best in slot. This does have a few requirements first, and I'll probably just be doing it with the ironwood blowpipe. I'm going to try and get that, but that does require the squid beak as well, which requires 69 fishing, so we'll see how we go with those requirements as well. If not, we'll stick to the arty cape. On the chest, I'm obviously not doing necks anytime soon, so the fighter torso will be my best in slot for a little while. This does have the hardest requirement in the game, which is going to World 306, but I do like Barbarian Assault, it's not bad content. Just to add a postscript to that, of course, when someone leaves Wave 4, Wave 6, Wave 8, it is the worst content in the game. Dragon Scimitar in my weapon slot, nothing too difficult here, I don't think I'll have any problems with this. On the offhand, the Dragon Defender, I probably won't be going for this. It is 8 collection logs just to get that Dragon Defender. I think I'll stick with my Muleta for now, and I'll get that post 100. Fun fact for those who don't know, Muleta is actually the small red cape that the Matadors use to manipulate the bulls, hence the term Muleta. Barrow gloves, obviously the best in slot, a lot of requirements there. Even getting 130k, I'm quite poor on this account, I've not really done any money making. But obviously these quests are a great boost for XP, for rewards, so I'll be doing them as quick as I can. On the legs, the Obby plate legs, I'll probably just stick to the rune plate legs though. I don't want to go and kill however many thousands of these. I have to get the Obby chest first, Obby helm. I'll just stick to the rune plate legs probably. And dragon boots, obviously best in slot. I will not be getting the Slayer level for these, I can guarantee you right now. In the first 100, I'll stick to the climbing boots, I'll wear my black boots, which are doing absolutely nothing at the moment. Either one's fine. I've got 20 collection logs to go through today, takes me up to 64. I've done my best to skip through anything that's not too interesting. So without further ado, started the video off just getting some graceful gloves. It's interesting, this used to be the first thing Irons used to do, just get all their 260 marks of grace. I've not found them very useful at all, so I don't think I'll be getting any more of the pieces until I need to later, and it is kind of a free collection log as well. They've done a nice little rework with agility, so not so useful. I did just want to discuss what I did in the video last week. I left all the collection log slot completed sounds in it from Sea Engineer. I won't be leaving them in this week just because it felt weird having to pause every time it came up when I was mid-sentence. I did just want to talk about the Blessed Bone Shards. Obviously, I've only ever been a main, so I used Superior Dragon Bones to get to 99 prayer. So this is the first time I've done this method. This is fantastic, let alone just gathering the shards, so good for mining. So just a quick montage of what I did on day 12. Mining level 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. I can't even remember what the meta was to get prayer on an Ironman, but whatever it was, this is a lot nicer. 70 should come quite easy from this. It ticked me over 62 prayer. Obviously that's not the 70 you need for barrows. I actually came over to Fossil Island after that to do the Fossil Island nodes. I had no idea you needed Numalite for it. I had to put 100 in the box, I didn't have any. So I went over to Tempros and I got a random grave event. And he gave me the bloody zombie emote, so that's okay. I ended up just settling for the angler piece. It is essential for the most relaxed Tempros method out there that I think. I'll go through that once I have all 4 pieces it is required for the rope, the auto rope you get with the full set. On day 13, back to Cam Doozle. Please let me know what you think it is in the comments. I'll start saying it properly, I promise. I got the Encamdo hammer today. I took 14 hours to get this on my main, so it was a great thing to get early. Obviously you can use this at Tempros, it's good for mahogany homes, it's just good for building in general. Like everyone in RuneScape, I like to randomly right click people you're running past. Nothing unusual about this fella's name, so unlucky. Over the next 5 days, I headed over to Shazian just to get the pieces of Shazian armor. Look, this is a free collection log, which I probably should have saved for a later date, but it is difficult getting anything decent on an early game Ironman. I have a rune scimitar, obviously can't kill any bosses yet, apart from Brutus, so I decided to just spend 5 days getting this, building up my stats, and that took me to day 19, so I'll just skip through these real quick. There's nothing interesting about them. They do protect you from the venom, 20% for tier 1, 40% tier 2, etc, etc, up to 100% tier 3 from the Lizardman Shamans. These actually do offer some decent range defense and not much mage negative bonus, so they're quite good for the RFD final boss, that Dagannoth. That's of course if you're low level and can't afford good gear. Started stacking up my clue caskets now. A big thing was to get Brutus out of the way, just so I can start using him to farm easy clues and beginner clues on the way to the beef pet. I have decided with clue scrolls I will be allowing double collection logs. There's just nothing you can do to avoid it. If I am spam opening clues though, and I get 2 separate collection logs from 2 separate clues, that is not allowed of course. Like all good adventurers, I accidentally killed a gnome woman. This hurt my core. I've now turned off the attack options for the gnome women. I am so sorry for that. Chopped some of the stashes for the easy clues. Some of them I couldn't do. Some of them were snakeskin chaps, for example, which are just way out of my level for now. And I got some lovely loot here. Steel battle axe, a fire staff, a earth staff, and some iron arrows. Very much worth my time. Moved down to an area I'd never been to until Leagues. I had to build my own Void Waker. I've never done that in the main game, obviously. Had no idea this area even existed, just for the white firelighter. Back to my favourite name to pronounce, Cam Doozle, just for the Ancient Ledger. Bit controversial, but I do love Tithe Farm. Had some points saved up, I got the Farmer's Boots. This is a mostly useless outfit, it does look good while you're farming, that's about it. Back to Cam Doozle, I'm playing on a Samsung here, Samsung Z Fold 7. It does allow me to have 2 clients open at the same time. I'm just not a big fan of mobile gaming, so I thought I'd get something nice and easy. Back to Cam Doozle, just for the Ancient Globe collection log. I was starting to do Hunter Rumors here and I was going incredibly dry, so I just came over to the Giant's Foundry and ticked off something nice and easy, another free log potentially wasted. Moved over to the Motherlode mine. I'll obviously need all 4 pieces here for the diary, so I just started off with the helmet. Another controversial opinion, Motherlode mine's not really that bad, it's nice and AFK. I had an absolutely shocker of a day with Clogs, so I came to Wintertodd. I've been chasing the Tome of Fire, I'm at 1200 I think at the moment, still nothing inside there. So I came down to Old Faithful, Baronite Deposits down at Cam Doozle. Again, nothing else here, so I was a bit unsure about what to do today. I know I had some free ones I can get, but I was trying to save what I can. It's going to get tough when I get to the thousands, and I'm getting 1 clue collection log every 5 days. Opened some Hunter sacks. I opened 14 here today of the Adept ones. It's actually really good for meat. I didn't realise how great the Hunter meat is. Never really used it, I just buy all my fish on my main. Never thought I'd say these words, but I do recommend the small meat sack as well. And like a defeated clogger, I headed over to Old Faithful number 2, so not Baronite, but to the Shazian helm, and I got the T2 helm. The next 3 days, I got the 3 sailing clogs from the Temper Tantrum. I won't share all 3 runs there, they're exactly the same with obviously an extra loop, but I got the Ralph's Fabric Roll, the Stormy Key, and the Barrel Stand. What do you think of sailing? I know a lot of people don't like it, a lot of people say it should have been a minigame. I thoroughly enjoy it. I got 99 on the way to all the collection logs on the main, so it was quite relaxing, especially getting all the paints as well. In saying that, the Barracuda paint was a nightmare. And I've obviously never had to build my boats the Ironman method, so we'll see what happens with this account. Day 29, I decided to get the Hespori seed. I've just been locked to not being able to do any farming, just in case I got it after I got another collection log. My herb law's been suffering from it, my potions have been suffering, so went out of my way to do some farming runs. I actually got the seed on the first run, just in Mauritania. Just going to see a clip here of why you should always use the wiki. I knew there was a tree slot at Nemus Retreat, I just completely forgot what the code was. So I just spammed through all the codes until I found AIS. Just use the wiki, it's easier. Nemus Retreat's actually where I do all my forestry cutting. For those who don't know, you get the Moonhalfer keys here, and you also get the Ent seeds, which are good for god eggs, and the forestry CC is quite active there as well. Just on world 444 for that one. Came back to Wintertodd, trying to get the Tome of Fire still. As you can see, another 90 searches almost. I think the time will come where I'll just have to lock myself here till 99, and I should, knock on wood, I should get the tome by then, and that'll be the green log apart from the Dragon Axe. So since I went dry there, I started the Slayer collection log, headed over to the Cave Crawlers in the attempt to get the bronze boots, which are not an upgrade at the moment because I have the steel boots on. Just to clarify, that's nothing to write home about either. And that ended me on 64 out of 1525 for the Gilded. Thanks for watching, please let me know about the intro, if you think this series needs one, and if you have any other comments, please leave them below. I am working my best to get out of the early Ironman so the clogs can get more interesting. And trying to put some guides together for some of the random collection logs that just don't have any guides out there on YouTube. See ya!